Great. Okay. So in today's session, we are going to discuss about the project. Okay. So let's wait for some time. So the rest of the people will join. We can go ahead and discuss the project. Asynchronous and polling action as well as EC2 creation is pending. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. Okay. But today we will go ahead and discuss the project. First of all, I'll draw some architecture in the meanwhile. So all of you done the mini project of front-end deployment of application. I got the outputs. Okay, fine. So today we'll be going and discussing the concept of project. The best thing about the project is almost all, the everything about the project, just we need to go and execute it. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. See guys, everything you need to interlink now. So I'll be going and explaining the project in a very high level overview. So just go to the GitHub here. GitHub. Okay. So basically, if we go and see, this is the project blueprint. So I'll explain this project blueprint. Let me draw some other things. Check out, build, test. So guys, look into the board now. So the diagram has been done. So this is what exactly we are going to achieve from the today's class. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to deploy the live application into the Tomcat server with the help of Git, Jenkins, Maven, and NXS. See here, generally what exactly will happen, in the real-time organization, who will write the code? Developers will write the code. Once they will write the code, what they will do? They will push the code to the GitHub. From the GitHub, the code will go to the Jenkins. What Jenkins will do, sir? Jenkins will do the continuous integration process. What Jenkins will do? Can you define me what is the meaning of continuous integration? Continuous build plus, I am writing here CB plus CT, continuous build plus continuous test. After doing this one, you are going to generate the artifact. What is the artifact in our case? Var file. Which one? So this var file you are going to deploy into the Tomcat servers. Where you are going to deploy, sir? So this will be my Tomcat servers. So I am writing it here. Tomcat. So this all will be my Tomcat servers itself. And here also it will be my Tomcat. Okay. So like this, developers will give the code to us in the GitHub. We'll be getting the code and we'll be generating the continuous integration concept from the Jenkins server, which will generate the artifact. And one more thing, whatever the artifact that you are generating, you are going to store it on where, sir? Nexus. Why you are storing on Nexus? To roll back. It is an artifact storage. We need to roll back. So this artifact, whatever you are generating, you are going to deploy into the Tomcat. But how this need to be done from the pipeline concept? Which concept? That means you need to generate the pipeline. In this pipeline, the entire application need to be deployed. Okay. So what exactly I'm going to do is I'm going to split the entire project into the modules wise. How I'm going to split into? But because if I split into the module wise, the concept will become very, very easy for you to understand. Okay. So the module number 1 is going to be here. I'm writing it here. Module number 1. Module number 1 is getting the code from GitHub. Okay. Code to GitHub. So I think all of you know how to push the code from Git to GitHub, right? Great. So I'm writing here modules. Module number 1, I am going to give it here. Push the code to the GitHub. That means like a GitHub means local to remote only. That is a module number 1. Sir, all of you are comfortable with module number 1 or not, sir? Yes, we are comfortable. So coming to the module number 2. Generate the CI process. I mean like doing the CI. That means generate the artifact. Generate artifact. And module number 3. Okay, module number 3 will be storing the artifact. Storing the artifact. Module number 4, installing Tomcat. Installing. And module number 5, deploying the artifact. That's it. So these are what exactly we are going to do in the project now. Okay, these will be the modules what you are going to use now. So I'm going to write the modules here for your even better clarity. Okay, so module number 1 is how to push the code to the GitHub. Module number 2, generating the artifact from the Jenkins server. Module number 3, storing the artifact. Module number 4, installing the Tomcat. Module number 5, deploying the artifact to Tomcat server. So this is the modules. If you see here, already you know module number 1. Already you know module number 2, module number 3 also you know, and module number 4 also you know. What is the module that is pending? Deploying the artifact. This is what we are going to achieve now. So in the architecture overview, again I'll be explaining. First of all, developers will push the code to the GitHub. This is the developer work. Remember, this will be the developer work. As a DevOps engineer, you are not going to focus on this part more. Okay, so you can simply skip it off. So our work is to whatever the code that has been given by developer, we will be taking it to Jenkins server, and we are going to generate the artifact. And what are the artifact that you generated? First of all, you are going to store it in the Nexus, and the same artifact you are going to deploy to the. How you are going to deploy from the pipeline concept? Which one? But along with this pipeline, I am also going to integrate Ansible playbook. I am writing it. Pipeline will be integrated with playbooks. I mean that Ansible simply I can call it as playbook. Pipeline will be integrated with what, sir? No? Playbook. Why? Because playbook will do the Tomcat installation and deployment activity. Okay. So here you can see pipeline will be integrated with the Ansible playbook. I'll show you how to do it. First of all, you can see here, I'm going for module number 1. Sir, if you go to my GitHub, in the GitHub, you have DevOps warehouse, you have Jenkins Java project. Are you seeing my source code is pushed to GitHub or not, sir? That means, is my module number 1 done? Can I tick it now? So I'm gonna tick this one now. Module number 1 has been successfully done. What is my module number 2? Generate the artifact. I think all of you know how to generate the artifact, right? Can you tell me the process to generate the artifact? First of all, we need to create a Jenkins server. So I am already having my server. See, it is my Ansible main server only. But still, I can use it as my Jenkins server. How I can use? By installing the Jenkins. So I'll be going to my Jenkins script here. In my all setups, GitHub, Rahamshek 007, all setups. Go it here and go for copy this one. Just paste it here and run the script. Okay. Sir, how are we going to access the GitHub code? The GitHub code is publicly accessible to everyone. So this link, I'm going to give it to your chat box as well as I'm going to give it to your nodes also. Okay. It is publicly accessible now. You can take it off. So as of now, I'm focusing on how to install the Jenkins server. So copy the public IP address and port number will be what, sir? 8080. I want to select. Of course, I'll do it. But before that, I'm just copying and pasting it. Okay. So guys, already 3 modules, in the project. Okay. So I'm not going to explain the 3 modules. I'll ask you the question. You'll tell me the answer. Why? Because we have done it a lot of times. 4th and 5th module, we are going to do it practical now. Okay. So make sure this one. So I'm selecting here Java 11. And in the meanwhile, I'll create one more new server that is for Nexus. What I'm creating the new server here. So I'll be going here and I'll be going to give the server name called Nexus. For Nexus required at least T2 medium. I think all of you know this one. And key pair. Even though if you don't mention it Nexus, that is fine. Why? Because already you know, but I want to give you the more clarity. So storage, how much? 8 GB is fine. But if you want, you can increase the storage also. So it is my Nexus server now. So I'm going to install Nexus here also. So go to the Jenkins all setups and select here Nexus. That's it. So try to install Jenkins. In the meanwhile, I'll connect to my Nexus server and I'll try to run Nexus. Connect. So here is my Nexus script. I'll just copy this script and I'll directly run this one. Okay. See, don't think project will be very difficult. Trust me, project will be very, very easy. Why? Because all of the prerequisite I have said you previously on Jenkins, na? So no need to worry about the project. sh nexus.sh. That's it. So automatically Nexus will install here. So leave it as of now. Let's go ahead and set up the Jenkins in the meanwhile. Wait. Okay. So now your Jenkins server is ready. So what I'll be doing here, I need to first of all take the code, make it compile, make it test, create the artifact, and store the artifact into Nexus server. Correct or not, sir? So first of all, what I'll do is I'll click on new item. What is the new item name here? I'm gonna do the name as like a Netflix deployment or Netflix pipeline. So click on pipeline, click on. Okay. So first of all, I think all of you know how to write the code, right? Pipeline code. Tell me the pipeline code. First of all, pipeline start with pipeline. Next agent any stages. Stage. What is the stage number one? Checkout. Checkout stand for code actually. Checkout stand for getting the code. So steps inside step I need to write git and give the URL itself. It is my URL. After getting the code, next thing you want to do is stage build. After that, steps. After that, sh mvn compile. Next one is gonna be test. So what I'll do, I'll copy paste the same thing here. So apart from build, I'll go for test. So steps mvn. After that, I want to generate the artifact. For artifact, what is the step you want to write? That is also fine. But I already said this one. If you write that one, you cannot distinguish whether the build has been failed in the compiling stage or testing stage. That is not. You are asking me to write MEN clean package. Huh? No, not like that. We need to write like this only. Okay. So artifact, for artifact, what you need to write MEN package. Okay. So first of all, let's go and check whether I able to deliver the artifact or not. Okay. So click on build now. So this build now will generate the artifact. Once the artifact is generated, we need to store into the Nexus. Let's go and verify till now our pipeline is working fine or not. See, in the stages also, I mentioned it very clearly. Checkout, build, test, artifact. If this is executed, next up we are going to go for the Nexus. Correct. Why? Because see, project means I am going to implement step by step. Simply I cannot go and I cannot run it. And one more thing is, if you go and see, recent version of Jenkins is not having the pipeline stages. Are you seeing pipeline stages here? It got vanished. For that purpose, what we can do, I'll download a plugin called Blue Ocean. Which one? Go for Manage Jenkins. In the Manage Jenkins, go to the section called Plugins. Which one? Go for Available and click on Blue Ocean. What is the name of the plugin? Blue OCEAN. So this plugin will be showing the pipeline stage. Okay, this is the latest bug. Remember, in real time, you will use older version of Jenkins. It is a newer version of Jenkins. So it will be almost having lot of some bugs. So don't worry about this one. This will be fixed in the upcoming versions. Now if you go and see, click on Blue Ocean. Okay. Now you can see the stages simply. For example, if you are not able to integrate with stages. Okay. So click on this Netflix pipeline. Okay. So if you click on this run. So now simply you can go and check these stages here. Are you seeing stages now? In this way also you can run the stages. Okay. Like that. Fine. So you got everything green color. Green color means what? Success. No, sir. I don't know how to work with the Blue Ocean. If I want to come out of it, are you seeing this one? Arrow symbol. If you click on this one, you'll be going to the classic dashboard. Classic dashboard means our normal dashboard. Okay, fine. So this is the stages actually, what you can see. The newer version of Jenkins will not show stages here. Are you seeing the option called stages? You can check them here. It is a newer version. Okay, in older version, you can see it directly, but in newer version, you can check like this only. Fine. So now tell me, as per the architecture, first of all, we took the code from the GitHub and from there we send it to the Jenkins. Have we created the var file or not, sir? That means is our module number 2 done. Can I take this off? What is my module number 3? Storing the artifact to the Nexus. So first of all, you already have the Nexus server here and the Nexus is currently now running. Is it running now? Now, after running the Nexus server, what is your work? Go and connect to the Nexus with port number 8081. So tell me one thing. If I want to integrate Nexus to the Jenkins, first of all, I need to download the plugin or not, sir? Tell me the plugin name. How to download? Click on Manage Jenkins. Go for plugins. There. Available. Type here Nexus artifact uploader. So click on install. Already we done this process in the Jenkins type. Okay. So now go here and click on go back to the top page. That's it. Now your Nexus plugin will be downloaded and you can write the stage. But before writing the stage, do we need to configure the username and password or not, sir? How to do it? Click on sign in. Username will be admin. Password you are going to get on this particular location. Copy the location. Go to your server. Paste it. So new password I am giving static raham123. So disable anonymous user, next finish. So now go to the settings option, click on repositories, click on create repository. So here you need to select Maven to hosted, correct. And name of the repository, I am giving it as Netflix. And one more thing I want to select is here, allow redeploy. That's it. So guys, is it clear for all of you know? Is it working fine for you know? Till now, we're done with the module number 1, which is pulling the code from GitHub to Jenkins. Module number 2, generating the artifact. Module number 3 is storing the artifact. To store it, first of all, you need to go to the pipeline and you need to click on configure. So tell me one thing. Can I directly write the configuration of Nexus without using pipeline script here? Is it possible? Without using pipeline syntax, can I able to write my configuration on my own? You cannot. You definitely need to use the pipeline script. So select here Nexus. Go and give the details. Tell me, how can I get the details of the Nexus? First of all, Nexus version 3. Protocol, URL means public IP address, just only public IP address and port number. HTTP and all is not really mandatory. Remove all of them. That's it. So credentials, how to add credentials here? Add Jenkins, username and password. What is the Nexus username? Admin. What is the password? And I can use this description as Nexus. Why? Because I'm using it from Nexus server. So I'm adding the credentials here. That's it. So tell me, group ID, version ID, repository, how will I get the details? Pom.xml, correct. Go to the pom.xml. What is the group ID you are able to see here? In.raham. Version, what is the application version we are deploying? 1.2.2. Next, repository. What is the name of the repository? Netflix. In the artifact section, give the artifact ID. What is the artifact ID here? Netflix. And what is the type of the artifact? WAR file. Like a file. Where is your artifact storing on? My artifact will be storing on target folder. What is the name of the artifact? Netflix hyphen 1.2.2.var. Okay. So if you click on generate the pipeline script, you will get the script. Just copy it and paste it on here. Now you need to verify whether my Jenkins pipeline can be able to copy this artifact to my Nexus or not. See, I'm using Blue Ocean here. Is it copying or not, sir? You can see the logs also. You can see the complete logs also. Is it copied like perfectly now? Yes, it's copied. If you want to verify, go here, go for Netflix. Are you seeing the URL? Copy the URL and paste it on some other browser. So go for browser option or index.html. Anything is fine. Are you seeing your WAR file got stored here? Why I'm storing the WAR file? For the future rollback purpose. Which purpose? Rollback purpose. Okay. So till here, my module number 3 is also completed. So I'm marking this. Now you can see here, module number 1 is just pushing the code to GitHub. Module number 2 is generating the artifact. Module number 3 is storing the. What is the module number 4? I think all of you know how to install Tomcat, right? But before installing the Tomcat, I'll ask you one thing. Till now, are these 3 modules clear for all of you? All of you. All in. Can you please confirm me? All of these 3 modules are clear for all of you or not? This already we discussed, but I'm explaining everything from scratch one more time for you. Okay. So that was a great response from all of you. So guys, try to be responsive till the end of the class. Why? Because this is going to be very, very important for all of you. Okay. So what is the 4th module here? Installing the Tomcat. How we can install the Tomcat? We have the script, right? But guys, here we are not going to use the script. We are going to install the Tomcat from the playbook. How we are going to install? You can install from the script and you can install from the playbook. But I am going to teach you how to write the playbook to install the Tomcat. Why? Because it is one of the interview question that you are going to face. Have you ever installed Tomcat by using playbook? They will ask you. So in that case, you need to explain them how to install. Okay. So here in our course, I'm going to set up the Tomcat from the playbook. It is going to be very, very important as well as very, very easy also. But before that, all of you know how to install Tomcat manually. Step number 1 is downloading the tar file. Step number 2 is extracting the tar file. Step number 3 is modifying the file. Tomcat XML. Step number 4 is deleting the lines on context.xml. Step number 5 is starting the script. Already we seen this in our previous Jenkins class or not, sir? Now same thing. Okay. So already if you go to my account, see it is my Ansible main server. I'm coming to the Ansible main server here. Guys, what I'm doing now is if you go to my all setups repository. So I'm going to remove all of the rest of the things here. So this Nexus is also not required for me. I can remove this as of now. If you go to my GitHub, all setups, Here you can see something called as tomcat.yml. Are you seeing this one? This is the playbook. What exactly we are going to use to install the Tomcat from the playbook. Okay, this playbook will be very, very easy to understand. I'll explain the playbook, but before playbook explanation, I'll ask you a couple of things. As per the diagram, in how many servers you want to install Tomcat? Right? So I'll ask you one question. Let's consider a scenario. What is the scenario means? For example, you are working very hard. Okay. So I want you to take to picnic. Just imagine, okay, it's not gonna happen. Only for imagination. So whenever if you try to go for any of the picnic, what will happen? You have two chances. Option number one is you need to cook food on the home. Okay. You need to cook food on the home and you need to carry it to the picnic, which is the option number one. Option number two is go to the picnic and cook your food. Again, I'm repeating. Two options you are having. Option number one is cook the food on the home and carry it to the picnic spot. You can enjoy your meals. Option number two is go to the picnic spot and cook the food there. Which one you are going to select? Option number one or two? How many of you say one? Online, you can ping me on comment section. This is gonna be very, very important for you for the concept. How many of you prefer like concept number one? Raise your hands, man, like this. Be confident. Only two. Okay. And what about you, remaining people? Option number two. How many of you opt? Majority of the people, option number two. Acha. Okay. I'll ask you a question. Sir, in the option number one, what I said, cook your food on the home and carry it to the picnic. Correct or not, sir? Sir, if you want to cook the food on picnic, that means from your home, you need to carry the ingredients, you need to carry the vessels, you need to carry the woods, and you need to carry some other things also, not, sir? This hectic or not? So after going to picnic also, you need to spend your time on cooking the things instead of enjoying the picnic. But if you cook the food on home and if you pack the food on the hot pots, you can take the hot pot to the picnic and you can enjoy the food or not, sir? Now you tell me which one is better. Huh? What, like tell me, like is the option number one or option number two is good? Two na. One will be easy, right? How two will be easy? Option number one is cooking the food on the home and carry it to the picnic. So you can enjoy. Why? Because you need not to carry any kind of utensils, ingredients, wood pots, nothing need to carry. You just carry the hot pot. That is enough. Okay. Here also in the playbook concept, the same thing is going to happen. Sir, if you want to install the Tomcat in the 4 servers, okay. After installing the Tomcat and 4 servers, in these 4 servers, okay, you need to modify the Tomcat user.xml file or not, sir? You need to modify the Tomcat user.xml file. And second file you want to modify is context.xml. How many files you want to modify? In how many servers? Sir, it is going to be very, very difficult or not, sir? So instead of modifying the Tomcat user.xml and context.xml on my Tomcat servers, in my Ansible main server, can I modify the Tomcat user.xml and context.xml and can I replace the files in the Tomcat server or not, sir? So in that case, do I need to modify the files in the rest of the servers? Not required. Why? Because already you are modifying the files in your Ansible server. Whatever the files you are modifying, you are copying to the Tomcat servers. So in the Tomcat, no need to modify the Tomcat user.xml and context.xml. Is the logic clear for all of you? Everyone? Online, can you please confirm me? Is the logic clear for all of you or not? Modifying the files on Ansible main server and copying to the worker nodes. If you do like this now, in worker nodes, no need to modify any kind of file. Your work will become very, very easy for you. Great. So now what I'll be doing is, I'm going to explain the playbook called Tomcat for you. So VM, the playbook name is going to be tomcat.yml. And here already you are having the content here. So what you can do is you can copy it and you can paste it here. See, what is the first one here? host all. That means I'm executing on all servers. Task. What is the first task here? Downloading Tomcat. So if I want to download any object from URL, which module I'm using here? Get URL is to download the files from the any kind of URL. This is the URL. That means from DLCD and apache.org Tomcat, I am downloading the tar file. To which path I am downloading? That means in all the servers, the Tomcat tar file is going to download to the root path. Which path? So section number 1 is done. Section number 2 is once you download the tar file, you are going to untar. Which module I am using here? So tar-zxvf Apache Tomcat 9.0.87 tar.gz. That means you are going to extract the tar file. And step number 3 is nothing but renaming. Sir, why I am renaming means, see, I want to make this file name very, very easy. Instead of writing Apache-Tomcat-9.0.87, simply I want to write Tomcat. Why? Because every time if I want to run this one, it is going to be very, very big length of file. That is the reason I'm renaming. What is the purpose of MV command? So Apache-Tomcat-9.0.87, instead of writing this much of word, I am simply writing the, why? Because to make my work very, very easy. It is my special task that I make to process my work very, very easy. Again, I'm telling you one more time. So task number 1 is downloading the Tomcat from this URL. I think all of you know this URL, right? So if you want me to tell one more time, might be if someone forgot, dlcdn.apache.org. .apache.org. If you go to here, it is the Apache home directory, and you can go to the Tomcat. Okay, in the Tomcat, go for Tomcat version 9. So what is the latest version here you are having? 9.0. But for the previous class, that means for my previous students, the version is 9.0.87. But what is the latest version here? 9.0. In upcoming days, 9.0.89 will go. 9.0.9 will come. Okay. Make sure this version will change for every 1 week. Okay. So for the next time, if you run the Tomcat playbook, if you are not getting the output, means you need to check the version. What you need to check? So instead of 9.0.87, I need to put 9.0. So can I use sed command to replace? So percentile / I want to replace 87 with 89. So just to put G stand for global. So all the ways it is replacing from 87 to 89 or not, sir? That's it. So step number 2 is untarring this one. Step number 3 is renaming. Why I am renaming? To make my work very, very easy. Instead of writing this much of word, Apache Tomcat 9.0.89, I'll simply go and write Tomcat. So step number 4 is installing Java. I think all of you know, without Java, Tomcat will not execute. I'm using which module again here? But you can use key module also. Yum name is equal to Java 1.8.0, state is equal to present. That also you can use. It depends upon your choice. Next, see here. Sir, already you know, in the Tomcat, we need to modify the Tomcat user.xml file. Why we need to modify it? To put the username and password for Tomcat login. What I'm using here? Template. Template is to copy the file. So in my local, source means in my local, I'm going to create the file called Tomcat user.xml. And I'm going to modify the content on this file. Whatever the content you modified in the Tomcat user.xml, okay, in your Ansible main server, in this server, this is the Tomcat user.xml file. Whatever the content that you have modified on your local file, the same content you are going to copy it to the worker nodes. Where you are going to copy it to the? So in worker nodes, do you need to modify the Tomcat user.xml again? Like this, I am doing it for all the Tomcat servers. Why? Because if I modify on my local and if I copy it to the worker nodes, my work will become very, very easy. Is the logic clear now? So that is the reason why I am doing means in my local, I am going to create the Tomcat user.xml and I am going to copy the Tomcat user.xml to inside root Tomcat configuration Tomcat user.xml. So this file is going to replace by this modified file. Let me go in, let me modify this file here. Vim Tomcat user.xml. Already in my GitHub, you can see the file called Tomcat user.xml. Go to all setups. Are you seeing Tomcat user.xml here? Nothing to do. Here already I modified the content. Are you seeing the username Ram123 and password manager, password Tomcat here? These lines I already added to my GitHub. What you can do? Simply copy this one. Okay. And paste it to the file. So now you can see here this local Tomcat user.xml file, okay, is going to copy from my local server to all of the worker nodes to this path. So in worker node, do you need to modify that one? No need. Second one, same thing. There is one more file called context.xml. In this file, I want to delete two lines, line number 21 and 22. What I do here, I'm going to create this file on my local. And in the context.xml, already I removed the two lines. What you can do here, you can copy this content, you can put it here, and whatever that content.xml you created on your local, this is going to replace on the Tomcat worker nodes. Now in Tomcat worker nodes, do you need to delete line number 21 and 22? Is it required? No. So finally, we need to start the script. So nohop is the command which is going to execute the script continuously. So in my root folder, I have Apache Tomcat folder. Inside Tomcat folder, I have the bin folder. Inside the bin, I have the startup. If I run this one, automatically Tomcat will run on the worker nodes. So in a high level overview, this is what exactly we are going to do for the installation of Tomcat. Again, the same process I'm going to explain one more time for you. So please try to focus on the playbook. See, what is the first task inside the playbook? Task number one is downloading the Tomcat. From this URL, I am downloading the Tomcat to the root path in the worker nodes. Next, what I am doing here, untar. Why? Because if I don't untar the Tomcat file, I won't get the configuration files. Step number 3 is renaming the Tomcat. It is optional. Why I'm doing means, instead of writing Apache Tomcat 9.0.89, simply I can write Tomcat. Step number 4, installing Java. Without Java, is it going to work for you? Without installing Java, can we work with Tomcat? No. Step number 5 is copying the file called Tomcat user.xml to worker nodes. Tell me one thing, why I need to copy this file from my local to worker nodes? If I don't copy this file from my main server to the worker nodes, in worker nodes, I need to modify this file 4 times. Why? Because I have 4 servers now. So I need to modify it per. So instead of modifying the file on the worker node for 4 times, in the main server only, I am modifying the file called Tomcat user.xml. And whatever the file I modified on my local, I'll be copying it to the worker nodes, where I'll be copying to the. Similarly, context.xml also I modified to my local. That means I removed the line number 21 and 22 and I am replacing on the worker nodes. So in worker nodes, I need not to remove the line number 21 and 22. And last one is going to be starting the Tomcat. Sir, if I want to start the Tomcat, do we need to execute the script or not, sir? So I'm using shell module. Nohop is the command that is going to run the script here for the Tomcat playbook. Inside the root Tomcat, I have the folder called bin. Inside the bin, I have the playbook, script called Tomcat, startup.sh. If I run this script, Tomcat will execute now. That means in a high level overview, if you set up the Tomcat manually, writing the playbook will be very, very easy for all of you. So is the concept of writing the Tomcat deployment playbook clear for all of you, step by step? Can you confirm me all of you once? Online, can you confirm me, is writing the playbook to deploy the Tomcat server clear for all of you or not? Guys, I would like to get response from all of you online. But because it's very, very important for you only. Okay. So it was clear for all of you. Fine. Sir, same process will be followed in real time. Yes, definitely. In real time also the same process will be followed. Okay, nothing to change. In real time, what issue we may face in this process? If you execute perfectly, you won't face any issue, Dadapir. So explain repeat template. See, template is alternative for copy. I think all of you know copy module, right? What copy module will do? Copy the file from source to. Instead of copy module, you can also use module called template. So this both will be working for the same purpose itself. Hope it is clear for you. Yes, definitely, Narayana, you can use my same playbook in the real time also. What is no hope? It's a command that is going to execute the shell without disconnecting. Hope it's clear for you. Fine. Great. Okay. So Anil, if you set up the Tomcat manually, this will be very, very easy. See, if you are not able to understand the Tomcat playbook means you never set up the Tomcat manually. If you set up Tomcat manually, this will be very easy. Whatever the manual steps you done, I am going to write on the playbook. That's it. So now go ahead and execute the playbook here. Ansible hyphen playbook tomcat.yml. Okay. So now see, this playbook is going to run now. It will take only 20 seconds to execute the complete playbook. First of all, is it downloading the Tomcat here? Is it untarring now? Is renaming is done? How quickly it is done, sir? Very quickly. But Java installation will take some time. In the entire playbook, it will take 20 seconds to execute. 15 seconds will go for Java installation. Remaining rest of the task will take only 1 second. If you go and see, rest of the task took very, very less time or not, sir? Setting the roles done, deleting the lines done, starting the Tomcat is also done. Now what I can do here? I'll be copying the public IP address of all the worker nodes. Which nodes? So I'm trying to check whether I can be able to connect to the Tomcat or not. So copy the public IP address. Port number of Tomcat will be. It need to work now. Is it working now? What is the username here? Username is Tomcat. What is the password? That's it. Is your Tomcat working or not? And similarly, go for developing server number 2. And try to check whether your Tomcat is working or not. Yes, it's working here. That was very great. And go for testing server number 1. Copy the public IP address. Here also port number 8080. Here also it will work. In the meanwhile, I'll copy the public IP address of testing server number 2. In test 1, it is working. And test 2 also it is going to be work now. And I'll show you the login also. Now go here and click on manage apps. What is the username here? Tomcat. And password I am giving it as Raham123. So it's logged in again. Manager apps, username is Tomcat, password is Raham123. It's logged in here. Here also, manager apps, username is Tomcat, password is. That's it. So simply, Tomcat has been successfully installed on multiple servers or not, sir? This is the purpose of using the Ansible playbook. The better advantage of Ansible playbooks, even if you have some 100 of servers. Currently, I'm taking 4 only, but even if you have some hundreds of servers, you can install any kind of application or any kind of software in all servers that are using single playbook. Is it able to deploy the Tomcat server or not, sir? No? Can able to deploy or not? That's it. So is the concept clear for all of you know how to install the Tomcat from playbook? If you are having any queries, ask me now only. Why? Because this is the work you will be doing on your real time. Online, is it clear for all of you know, or like still if you are having like any kind of queries in the Tomcat installation? Once if it is done, so we will be going and running the playbook to deploy the Netflix application. So it was clear for all the online students. That was very great to hear. And what about you offline? Clear? Fine. Okay. So now from the module number 4, is the module number 4 done successfully here? What is the module that is pending? Deploying the. This is the only module that is pending now. Okay. If we do this one, project will be successfully done. So module number 5 is deploying the artifact. Acha, okay. We need to deploy the artifact. That was very, very clear sign. But here now my question is, tell me one thing, where your artifact is available. where your artifact is available. Participation. Workspace, right? If you go to your Jenkins server, in the Jenkins, are you seeing the var file available? Can you tell me the path? Where is your var file available? CD, workspace, var, lib, Jenkins, workspace, name of the job, Netflix pipeline. Here you can go for the folder call. Are you seeing the var file here? This var file, whatever the var file you are seeing on your Jenkins and Ansible server, you need to copy the var file to the Tomcat. That's it. If you copy this one, the project will be done. If you copy that one, the project will be. Now let's write a playbook to copy the artifact from the Jenkins server to the Tomcat server. So I'll ask you very, very easy question. I think all of you know copy module, right? Copy is to copy the file from local to remote servers. Here my local server is Jenkins server. Remote servers are Tomcat servers. Now tell me the playbook to copy. VM. Like the playbook name will be deploy.yml. What is the name of the playbook? First here put hyphen hosts. I'll put next tasks. Hyphen name. Name of the task will be copying the artifact. Okay. So which module you need to use? Copy. What is a source? Source means you need to give the complete proper path from where you are copying the var file to which location. So source and destination. Sir, already if you remember, I explained you one thing. Okay. So for the front end code, path will be var www.html. But for the back end code, path will be what? I already given this on your notes. If you go ahead and see, that is web apps. Which one? Let me show you here. If you go ahead and see, I have mentioned it clearly in your previous notes, I think so. I think here not, wait. Last header. This one. Not this one. Basically, I shown you in the previous session. Wait. So you can go and see here. Wait. If you go to the top here, in the top, I have mentioned it somewhere, man. Where I mentioned? Here. Have you seen this one? I think this here also I mentioned here. Here you can see. So if it is web server, you need to use the HTTPD port number 80 val www HTML. But if it is app server, you need to deploy the artifact in which folder? Tomcat web app. So make sure this one in the root folder, in the worker node I'm talking. In the worker node, I have the root folder. I have the folder name called. So I need to deploy this to web apps. It is a destination. Source means you need to give from where you are copying the artifact. See, from this particular path, I have the artifact called Netflix 1.2.2.var. So you need to give the complete information. So go to the deploy.yml. So mention this. It is my source. So artifact name will be Netflix hyphen 1.2.2.var. That means in my Jenkins server, var lib Jenkins workspace, Netflix pipeline, target folder, I have the Netflix var file. Where it is in my Jenkins server, it is my source. Destination, in my Tomcat folder, there is a root Tomcat folder. I have the web apps. Which one? Wait, the spelling will be wrong. Web apps. Okay, here you are going to deploy the artifact. Here you are going to deploy the artifact. Now what I'll do, if I click on Ansible playbook, deploy.yml, automatically the artifact will deploy now. Just take only 1 second. How many seconds? Is it done now? How much time it took for to deploy, sir? Now, if you go and see here, you can click on refresh, you'll be getting the Netflix application. Are you seeing the Netflix application? Able to see it or not? So click on here, refresh. There you go. Again, click on here, refresh. Are you seeing it now? Again, if you click on refresh, are you able to see it here? So is the deployment done now? Wait. So first of all, you write the playbook for the Tomcat. Later that you write the playbook for the copying the var file. Tell me one thing, is writing the playbook clear for all of you know? So is the deployment easy for all of you? Online, can you please confirm, is the deployment clear for all of you or not? So it was clear, fine. I'll tell you one thing. So we wrote the playbook to deploy the application. The playbook completely deploy the application. So are we happy or not, sir? Because the deployment got successfully. But the fact is, whatever the deployment you have done, whatever the methodology you have done is completely waste. Whatever the method which you should deploy the application is completely, you will not do this on real time. If you do this on real time, you won't be called as DevOps engineer. Why? Because I'll tell you. Sir, how you execute the playbook? Manually or automatically? Manually, right? If you do the things manually, how you can call as DevOps engineer? Logic hai. See, I write the playbook. That was very good thing. Of course, you said me the playbook how to write. That was very good thing. But how the playbook is triggered here? Is it manual or automation? Manually. So in real time, if you do any kind of work in the manual way, you are not going to be tagged as DevOps engineer. Why? Because as a DevOps engineer, our work is to do everything automate. That means if you go and see, previously, if you see the work here, sir, in the pipeline, if you go and see the stages here, where are the stages? Go and see here. I have the stages, okay? Sir, from the starting of the pipeline, you took the code automatically, you build it automatically, you test it automatically, you artifact it like automatically. Next uploading is also automatically. But how the playbook run to deploy? Manually. That means I need to run the playbook from Jenkins pipeline to automate or not, sir? If you run the command Ansible playbook and name of the playbook, it will be becoming manual work only. The same command you need to run, but not from the CLI. It may be triggered from the Jenkins. If it triggered from Jenkins, then only it is going to be called as automatic deployment. Which deployment? Sir, okay, sir. Then how to run the playbook from the Jenkins pipeline means we need to configure. What we need to do? So this is the next concept, okay? So the concept is how to configure the Ansible playbook to the Jenkins pipeline. Here I have given everything step by step point. If you go and see, install Jenkins on the Ansible server and connect to the dashboard. Have you done this one? It will take only 2 minutes if you focus. So integrating of Ansible with Jenkins, how it can do? First of all, you need to go and download the plugin called. Can you tell me how to do it? Go to the Jenkins dashboard and click on here, manage Jenkins, right? And next here you can go for plugins. What is the plugin we need to download now? Ansible. Why? Because we are installing Ansible. So download the Ansible plugin. Once you download the Ansible plugin, what is the step number 2? Configuring the Ansible tool. How to do it? Go for manage Jenkins, go for tools, and then select here Ansible. Let me do it. Guys, I am showing you clear process, step by step process. Okay. So go for manage Jenkins. Next, what you need to select here? Tools, right? So where is the tools here? Here. So in this tool section, which tool we are going to configure here? What is the name of the tool we downloaded? Ansible. Path to execute. That means my Ansible is going to store on user bin. So remember, I'll tell what is the meaning of user bin. See, currently we are executing the Ansible command, right? But you know, in your local server, where is the Ansible coming means? If you go to the ll/user bin. If you go and see here, if you go to the top, are you seeing Ansible here? So let me scroll down, you can get the perfect Ansible. Okay, so that means your Ansible command, whatever the Ansible command you are executing, it is coming from which path? User. So I need to tell to my Jenkins server, I am installing the Ansible tool. But this Ansible tool is working from the user bin folder. Which folder? This is what I have given here. Okay. So after giving that one, just click on save. That's it. Okay. See, if you are configuring the tool means you need to integrate the path also. So that is the step number 2. Step number 1 is what? Installing the Ansible plugin. Step number 2 is configuring the Ansible tool. Again, tell me one more time how to configure, sir. Go for manage Jenkins. Here you need to go for tools. In the tools, you need to go and configure Ansible. So what is the name of the tool here? Path. Path means user bin. Why I am giving this one? Why? Because my Ansible command will work from this path of the Linux server. So is configuring the Ansible tool clear for all of you? Online, can you please confirm, is the configuration part clear for all of you or not? See guys, whatever you done is real-time work only. But first I shown you the manual work, but now I'm converting the manual work into the automation. Why? Because I want to teach you both. I want you to be perfect on both manual working as well as automation. Fine. Okay, sir. So now the next step is gonna be sample step. That means how to integrate Ansible playbook with the Jenkins pipeline. Okay. So if you go and see in the playbook, sorry, in the pipeline, go for configuration. Here you need to go for last stage. What is the last stage here? Deploy. What is the last stage? Deploy. Okay. So in the deploy right here, steps. But I'm integrating which tool now here? So I don't know how to write the code for the Ansible. So click on pipeline syntax. In the sample step, select here Ansible ad hoc playbook vault artifact playbook. Correct. So guys, here it is going to ask some details. Give the details and your work will be done. Okay. But the only thing that I'm going to do is currently, if you go and see, where is the deployment playbook on my local folder? It is on some random location, right? Okay. Move this deploy.yml to etc Ansible folder. Where I'm moving it to? Now go to the etc Ansible. This is the only thing you want to do. I'll tell you why the reason you are doing it. Okay. If you go and see in the Ansible folder, my deployment.yml is there. My host file, that is inventory, is there, and Ansible configuration is also there. That means all my Ansible related files will be on same folder or not, sir? If this will be on my same folder, it is going to be very, very easy to configure. So copy this folder. See, first of all, it is asking what here? Tool is Ansible. What is asking here? Playbook path. Where is my playbook here? etc Ansible. What is the name of my playbook here? Deploy dot. Next, what is asking here? Inventory file path. Where is my inventory file? In the etc Ansible, I have the file called host. Sorry, if I put deployment.yml in root folder and if this file is on etc Ansible, I need to add two different locations or not, sir? So instead of adding two different locations, I am putting all my Ansible configuration into a single folder. Why? Because it is going to make my configuration very, very easy. Correct or not? That's it. Next, it is asking the credentials. What credentials, sir? Initially, while we setting the Ansible server to the worker nodes, we give one username and password or not, sir? While connecting the keys from Ansible main node to the worker nodes, username will be root, password will be Raham123. So same password, whatever the keys you copied from Ansible main server to remote server, at that time we used the username and password. Na? Use same username and password. So click on add Jenkins. Username will be the root username and password I have given is 123. So click on add. That's it. So after adding this one, now what exactly we are going to do is now do nothing. Nothing to do anything here. So click on generate pipeline script. Are you seeing the content here? Just copy the content and paste this content on the steps. So now automatically if you click on build now, what will happen? The moment if you click on build now, see. Wait. I can go to the stages here. If I click on build now, automatically getting the code, building, testing, artifact, nexus, deploying, everything will be run automatically. But you can see here, already the application got deployed in the Tomcat server. If I want to delete this application, what I can do here? Undeploy. If I click on undeploy, the deployment will be gone. So do this for all the servers. Undeploy, undeploy, undeploy. Now you can see we have the fresh servers. We don't have any application got deployed. Now what I'll do, I'll click simply on build now. What I'll be clicking on? Of course, you can do it on Blue Ocean also. In Blue Ocean, you can see it lively. So if I click on run, click on that one. So checkout done. Next, it is doing which stage? Build. Next, test. Next, artifact. After that, next is. And finally, deployment. What happened for the deployment? Failed. Why it got failed? Just see the reason. If you go to here, it is telling that using SH password instead of key is not possible because the host is checking the enable SH password authentication. That means it is going to be one of the frequent error what you are going to get. Sir, while you are generating the script, you need to select one thing. Disable SH host key checks. What you need to select? If you select this one and if you click on generate pipeline, then only your pipeline will work. Otherwise, the pipeline will not going to run. Why? Because it is going to fail due to checks. So what I'll be doing now is come to the classic dashboard, go to the configuration option. In the configuration option, you enable the new feature, right? So remove the old code and put the new code. So disable host key check, you need to be true. Now click on build now. If you click on build now, automatically you can see the pipeline will be successfully run. Is deployment done now? Okay. The only thing you need to mention is here, you need to click on the disable host key checks. Otherwise, it is gonna fail. Now the pipeline has been successfully deployed. If you want to verify that is deployed or not, what you can do? Click on refresh. If you click on refresh, you are going to get the new application. Wait, let me remove all of this. Let me connect this one more time. Why? Because there is some cache that is loading. What I'll do is I'll log into the Tomcat server freshly. What is the port number? It is my developing server one, right? Wait, guys, where is the Tomcat? Let me run this one more time. It deployed perfectly. Wait. See, copying the artifact is done. Wait, let me run this one more time. Why? Because sometimes the changes will not reflect properly. Let me redeploy this one. Click on run. So it deployed successfully. Let's go here. Click on verify now. Are you seeing it now? Sometimes due to cache, the browser will not load. Okay, no need to worry. We deployed perfectly, but due to the cache, it's not overloaded. So if you go and see the Netflix application open here, it is on my developing one server. So click on developing two server, copy the public IP address, and what is the port number? 8080. Now you can see the Netflix application on the developing two server. Is it working now? Similarly, go for the testing one server. What is the port number? 8080. So go for the Netflix application. Is it working now? And similarly, I'll be having one more server that is called as testing server 2 and post the port number 80. There you go. Is it working or not, sir? It's working or not? So for all of the servers, the same application got deployed. For example, in future, the developer is trying to change the code. Currently, what is the application version you are using for Netflix? 4.0. In future, the developer is trying to change the code from 4.0 to 5.0. So see, the developer is updating the application. So currently I'm using 4.5 to 5. It is the application version number 4, but I'm renaming it to 5. as well as previously there is email or phone number, right? So instead of email or phone, I'm going to put email or mobile. I am doing some changes. In future, once developer change the code, what he will do? He will ask us to deploy the application. One guys, like it's not my account. Let me go to DevOps by account. DevOps by hum account. It is my DevOps by hum account. Go for Jenkins Java project. So in this account, I'll like modify now. Go for main. Go for web app. Index.jsp. What is the current version? 4.0. Next version 5. So instead of username or email or phone, I'm going to put email or just commit this one. So once developer commit the code in future, as a DevOps engineer, what we do, we don't do anything. We'll just go here and we'll click on build now. If you click on build now, automatically new code will come to this repository that will build, that will test, and that will run the application into the Tomcat server. Let me show you. Is build happening or not, sir? I mean, basically I click build now on 2 times, ignore the second time. See, is the deployment done here now? So go here and see. If I click on refresh, instead of 4.0, I'll be getting 5. Instead of phone, I'll be getting mobile. Is the option changed or not, sir? Click on refresh. Here also it got changed. Here also it got changed. And here also it got changed. And the thing is, I am giving the same public IP address to all of you. So if you open your mobiles and let me know whether you are getting the same public IP address or not. All of you open your mobiles. No Instagram, no WhatsApp, only browsers, okay? Just copy the public IP address. HTTP is also not required. Online, please check the link that I have provided for you over the chat box. And even I'm checking from here itself. All of you are getting the same application or not, sir? Fine. Great. So this is the way how exactly you are going to deploy the application in the real-time aspect. Okay. So now guys, if you see the diagram here, so guys, look into the board. If you see the diagram, developers pushing the code to the GitHub. We already learned in Git and GitHub. So from there, we generate the artifact. That artifact is storing for the backup on the Nexus. So what are the artifact you generate that is going to deploy into the Tomcat? How you are going to deploy from the pipeline only? So from the pipeline, you will be writing checkout, build, test, artifact, Nexus. But for the deploy, to deploy on the multiple servers, you need to write the playbook. What you are going to write? This playbook you write and you are going to integrate with the pipeline itself. So whatever the playbook you wrote and integrate with the pipeline, this playbook is executing to all the servers to deploying the artifact. So from this, what we can conclude is whatever the deployment you are going to do in the real-time aspect, the same deployment we have done in the practical session. Okay. So again, there are some more enhancements you are going to learn, but not now in tomorrow's session. In tomorrow's session, I'm going to add more advancement like integrating the webhooks, integrating the parameterized builds, integrating the input parameters. So there are a lot of enhancements what you are going to learn in the tomorrow session from the Jenkins concept. So before we go for doubts and queries, first of all, tell me, how's the project for all of you? Is it clear? Are you able to understand the project workflow? Online, can you please confirm me, are you able to understand the project workflow or not? All of you, can you please confirm in the chat box online? But because it is very first project what you learned. In the very first project, you are implementing this many tools here. So what about remaining online? So I need to get response from all of you. Yes. So definitely the practice will be needed. I'm just asking you the concept is clear or not. Okay. If you practice for 1 or 2 times, this is going to be very, very easy for you. Fine. Fine. This is the concept of continuous deployment. Yes. Continuous deployment means process of deploying the application to production in automation. Have you done automation or not, sir? How we automated integrating the Ansible playbook with the pipeline. Pipeline will done till the Nexus job. But to deploy the application on multiple servers, we take the help of the Ansible playbook itself. That's it. So the same concept we are going to see on the tomorrow session. Let me save this project. Wait. So guys, what are the project we done? Don't worry. Tomorrow also we are going to work on the same project with some advancements. But what is my request for all of you is before coming to tomorrow session, please try to complete this concept at any cost. Come to the lab at morning 9 a.m. Practice till 12 a.m. It will be fine for you, like 12 p.m. It will be mostly fine. That's it. So now, online, if you are having any doubts or any queries over today's concept, what we discussed about the project, you can raise your hand. And offline, any queries from your end, you can ask me now. We still have a lot of time to discuss the doubts and queries. You can go ahead and you can ask. Yogesh, please clear Nexus and deploy step one. See, Nexus is to store the artifact, and deployment means you are integrating the playbook of Ansible with the Jenkins pipeline to automate the work. Okay, I'll ask you a question. Guys, listen to the question here. Currently, we are deploying on all the servers at a single time. But in real time, first of all, you are going to deploy on which servers? Which environment? Initially, you need to deploy the code on which environment? First of all, how many environments we are having? 4. What are those? Dev? Dev 1, Dev 2 not. How many environments we are having? 2 environments only. Non-prod, prod. In non-prod, how many environments you are having? Dev, test, UAT, prod. Initially, we need to deploy the application on which environment? Dev. Then only we need to go for test. But currently here I am deploying on which environment? Dev or test? I am deploying on all the environments at same time. But in real time, can we deploy on all the environments at same time? No, it's not acceptable. First of all, we are going to deploy in which environment? Dev. So if I want to deploy the application developing environment, what I need to change? Okay. So instead of in the deployment.yml, instead of all, I need to change dev. So instead of all, I'm going to put here dev. Correct or not, sir? So now what I'll do is for your clarification, I'll change the some code here. So currently all the servers are having version 5 code only. Developing version 5, testing also version 5. But I want to release the new code with the version number 6. Version number. Now, if I change the code initial, I want to deploy the application on which server here? Developing only. So already I change here dev. You can see it very, very clearly. Dev. Okay. Here you can see it dev. So what I'll be doing now, I'll be going and clicking on build now. What I can click on? Guys, you can click on build now here. In the blue ocean also, you can go and click on run. Everything will be same. Let's go and check whether I can able to deploy the application on only dev or not. Is it deploying now? So it is my which server? Developing first server. Is the version changed here? It is my developing 2. Change it here. But for testing one, is it changing now? No. And for testing, is it changing now? Why it is not changing? Because we deployed only the application on. Sir, similar, if I want to deploy the application on test, I need to put here. Tell me one thing. Every time you are going to change value like this, huh? If you change like this, again, the work is going to be which work? As a DevOps, what we gonna do? Automation. In that case, what you can do? Go to the Jenkins pipeline and put the host there. Sir, how to put the Jenkins host in the pipeline? This we are going to discuss on tomorrow. Why? Because if I tell you now, you'll be confused. I won't tell today. Tomorrow I'll tell you. Okay. But if you wanna try this assignment. How to give the host name in the Jenkins pipeline instead of giving from Ansible playbook. That is the smallest assignment I am giving. If you try to do, you can try to do. Otherwise, I'll tell on tomorrow's session. Okay. So video is always uploading the next day. So basically, Sachin, video uploading is not on my hands. You need to contact admin only. So please contact admins. Even I tell them a lot of time to upload the video on the same day, but it's not happening with them. So I cannot do anything about this one. Yep. Google Classroom. Have you pinged to admin Praveen? He's not responding. Then I'll speak with him. Okay. Basically, he give access for a lot of people. There are already 40 people added. So might be he is busy with some other works. I'll let him know. Okay. I already pushed them Sachin, but no response from them. Okay. Yeah, it's important for everyone. I know, but let me go with them. Okay. Sir, can you explain the Tomcat playbook settings roles to worker node? So Pallavi, see, basically what I'm telling means. Okay. I'll try to give it to the management team. So definitely like we'll look into it. Okay. So Pallavi, you asked me to explain the Tomcat settings.yml, right? See, remember guys, already we discussed this previously. What I said for you is in the Tomcat, you need to modify the file called tomcat user.xml. Why you need to modify this one? Why? Because in this file only, we are going to give the username and password to log into the Tomcat server. If you don't give the role names and username and password, you cannot able to log into the Tomcat server. That is the reason, Pallavi, I am changing the file on my local Ansible server and I'm copying it to the remote servers. Why? Because if I don't modify on my local, I need to modify in all of these 4 worker nodes. So instead of modifying the file on these 4 worker nodes, modify on main server and copy them to the worker nodes. That will make your work very easy. Hope that's clear for you. Is there any WhatsApp group for the class? So basically, we don't create WhatsApp groups the other period. We create only Telegram channels, okay? And that is also going to be created by admins itself. Hope that is clear for you. Sai Krishna, Tomcat will work with both Java 11 and 1.8.0. It's completely fine. Hope that is clear for you, Sai Krishna. So online, no doubts, huh? And offline also, no doubts. Okay, finally, Amaya, one doubt. That is from Shamshuddin. Yeah, Shamshuddin, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Wait, let me change the settings, Shamshuddin here. Can you speak now?
Am I audible?
Hello.
Am I audible?
Shamshuddin, are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Hello. Are you able to
am I audible now?
Wait. Hello.
Hello.
You are speaking, but I am not able to receive your voice.
I can hear you.
Shamshuddin, can you go ahead now?
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Fine. It's clear.
Okay. Just one question, simple question, like when the code changes, we need, as a DevOps engineers, we need to deploy, right? The
Yes,
change the code.
yes.
Are we going to check like what has been changed, what changes has been done on that
No,
code?
no,
Like,
no. We will
no,
not have any kind of access to the repositories as a DevOps engineer. Okay. All we do is once developer will give us the confirmation that code got changed from the GitHub, what our work is to go to the Jenkins pipeline and click on build now. That's it.
yeah, right.
Apart from that, we don't do anything.
So just for the learning purpose, we were checking here, right? Like the versions and the contact
Yes,
numbers that we
yes.
are.
For to make you better understanding, I am changing the versions to show you the changes are reflecting to the worker nodes. Okay.
Okay.
But other than that, in the real time, as a DevOps, you don't write any kind of coding for it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Hope it is clear. Yeah. Thank you. And one more thing, guys, while you are practicing, remember, while you are practicing, I am recommending everyone to fork my repository. What you gonna do? If you don't fork this repository, you cannot able to practice, sir. So first of all, fork this and do practice. And one more question from Sachin is, I understand it's not your job, but students are asking same thing and again to getting, yeah, fine. Yeah, I'll intimate to the management level. So let's see like what the actions they are going to take. Mm. And one more thing, is anybody want to work on the Meta company? Meta, you want to work? Huh? Basically, I got one of the offer from Instagram company yesterday only. One of the guys offering me, like girl is offering me some part-time offering. If you are interested, then I'll ask them to consult you. Hey, true man. They're telling that within 2 hours you can make 20,000 per month. Only for two, only for 2 hours. Tell me one thing. Working only for 2 hours, getting 20,000 is a good thing or not, sir? An offer is still alive now. If you want, I'll ask her to ping you. Okay, you can contact her. It's a part time, only part time, like 20,000 per 2 hours means one. It's great. Eh? You people haven't got it still. I posted something on Telegram, right? And some of the online people are yes, sir. Like we are interested. Guys, that's a fraud thing, guys. Okay. See, basically, this kind of fraud things happen. Even one of the recent encounter, what I faced, I'll tell you. One of the fraudster approached my brother. I have an younger brother. I mean, like, he's my cousin. They are asking that they will give job to him for the 5 lakhs of package in the TCS company. Then I was like, it's gonna be the fraud, and I know it's gonna be the fraud. But we thought to have some fun with them. Okay, I have taken the call this time. First time they called, he rejected the call. I'm not interested. Second time also they called. Then I have taken the call and I have answered the call. They are asking that what's your name? I said that my name is Raham. And whenever passed out, just recently only. And they are asking that are you interested in doing job? Means yes, ma'am. Like I was very poor. I want to do the job badly to take care all my household and expenses. Okay. And I said them I was married and I having 3 kids. I need to feed them. So definitely I need to have the job. Then they said that the process is very easy. Just send me your resume. If the resume is good, we will arrange the interview for you. Then I send the resume, some other fake resume. They seen that resume and you have a very good academics and you have very good technical skills. You can work with us. They said that. Then I said, okay, ma'am, like I was very blessed to have such kind of people in my life. I am really ready to work with you. After that, they asked me to send 2,000 rupees for the initial interview confirmation. They're asking that we'll put the interview, but the processing fees will be 2,000 per the TCS. I said that okay, ma'am, like I'll send you the 2,000 rupees. Is it your WhatsApp number? Sorry, is it your Google Pay number? I asked. They are saying that yes, it's my Google Pay number. For uh, for a second, basically, I said that okay, I'll send you the 2,000. Just give me 1 second. Okay. In that 1 second, I asked one more question, ma'am. Like if I selected in the TCS company, can I directly go for CEO position or do you need to start from manager position? I asked them the same question. Can I directly go to CEO level or do I need to work as a manager level first? They said that you are a fresher now. First of all, you need to work as a fresher. Then only you can go to the CEO and manager. Acha, okay. After that, I asked one more question. Ma'am, the package will be minimum 10 crores per annum, right? If it is 10 crores only, I will join, madam. Otherwise, I won't join. Imagine the situation of that other person. They asked me to, so basically, they tried to fool me. But instead of fooling the other person, they got trolled. Correct or not, sir? So sometimes the fraudster will approach like anything. They will say any word for you to get the money. Okay. Don't go to the trap. As a fresher, you don't know how the market is going to be happening. That is going to be worst actually. Okay. So try to escape from these kind of fraudsters. Okay. So next time, whenever you receive the call, you know how to troll them, right? Troll like a pro. Okay. That's it. Okay. You also got from Amazon, huh? Mm. Uh, Amazon is head office in Mumbai, huh? Okay. Uh, okay. See, I'm telling you now, whenever you get the chance, don't lose the chance to troll them. Okay, play with them however you want. Mm. Correct. Okay, so finally, so that's it for today's session, guys. So let's meet on tomorrow's session with some enhancement of the same project. But make sure by tomorrow session, before session, you need to complete the project anyways. Have a great day. Bye all. Thank you. Good night. Thank you, online. Thank you, all of you.